video we are going to see how we can find the elements for any website so that we can do some functions like clicking and scrolling, or maybe any other actions that we want to perform, or maybe if I want to validate anything, any title or any headings on the website, we can validate. So we are going to see how we can find the element for doing this task. The website that I have taken is my personal blog, which is on Blogger, Blogspot, and I'm going to find some elements on that website in order to perform some action. So if I open the website and if I go here and I open the website, you can see this is the website, and on this website what I will do, I will just try to find some element for any functionality. Maybe let me see what I can find. And okay, so I'm going to find the element for this contact form. I'm going to fill the data. I am going to perform some action, and I'm going to give my name, email, and message, and then I will be tapping on send button. To perform these actions, I need to find the elements of these, you can say, of text box, and then I will be performing the action. So in order to perform the action, I will just inspect this page and these elements. So for inspecting, I will just go here and I will use inspect in the Chrome browser in order to see what element it is, and we will be inspecting the HTML DOM of this page. So here you can see, once I am inspecting the element for this particular text box, when I inspect it, I'm here, and this is having some attributes. So in order to inspect, in order to find the element, in order to perform any action, we can do it using multiple properties that are there, like name, ID, class, CSS. There are multiple properties which you can use, but the best way to use it using, like if you don't want to test case to fail too often, the best thing that you can use is the ID. So you see here for the text box name, we have an ID, contact form 1 underscore contact hyphen form hyphen name. We can also use name, and likewise I'm just going to pick up any particular property of the element and I will try to automate it. Now if I go back to the IntelliJ IDEA where I have written the code, so here I will try to find the element on the web page which I can use in order to perform any action. So here you see, if I want to find the element for this name text box, I will just use any one of these properties like ID or name. So let us use ID in this case. I will just copy the name of the ID and I will go here. I will try to keep this ID in any one variable. So I will just take a variable where I will keep the property, or you can say the identifier of the element here, and I will find the driver, and it will help me to identify the method from which we are going to identify the name element. And for that, if I do dot, you will see there will be lot of options like driver dot find element by. So there are a lot of options like by ID, by class name, by CSS selector, by link text, by name, by partial link text, and XPath. So the property which I will be interested in is, I want to find the element by ID. I will just select this. Now if I go back, so now if I go back, you can see that the ID identifier is contact form 1, contact form name, and I will just use it, and I will try to add this. Now since this is a string, I need to pass it in double quotes, and after that what we can do, we can just enter the text which I want to insert in that. So for that, for entering the test, I need to use the send keys. So I will just use that variable, and in that variable I will just use send keys. Now what name I want to enter, that maybe I will just enter Saf. Now if I see here, if I run this test case, so the test case is running. Maybe if I want, I can print anything, but I believe since right now this driver is closing, I will just comment it out for now, and I will run the test again. So you can see it is entering the name. Now after entering the name, I want to enter the email. So in order to find the email, what I will do, I will just go here again, and I will inspect this element, this email element, and for this email element maybe I can just take the ID name. I can also use ID, but just to show how we can use different attributes to find the element. For in this case, I will just take the name ID, and I will go back to IntelliJ, and I will just keep this email in one variable, and I will find driver dot find element by name. So in this I will be finding it by name. So this is the option which I can use, and I will just type email. So here if I go again, so this is the email name. Yeah, I'm using it right. I will just use it here, and after that again in this I want to enter some message. So the email message which I want to enter, I will just use it. I will just use the variable dot, and again in order to type anything in the text box, we need to use send keys, and the message that I will be writing inside this is, now if I run this again, let's see if it is working fine, if my element is getting picked by this name property or not. I will just run it again. So okay, this is not working fine, maybe because this same element is having the same property name, so it is entering in this email. Now I need to have a unique property name. So for that, let me see what else I can use. I will just go here and inspect. So if I inspect it correctly, inspect element, so what I can do, I will just use the ID contact email form. So since it is having two text box with the email name, I cannot use it. I need to use some unique identifier. For that I need to change the code, and then in order to change the code I just need to go here, driver dot find element by ID. Again I need to use the ID. we need to take care that whatever element we are choosing, it should be unique element and it shouldn't be a duplicate element. So I will just use it. Now I will run this test again to see if this is working fine and element is able to be recognized by this property or not. So you can see the email is getting filled. Now here I need to give my email, so I will change the message to my email address. So I will just go here and I will write. So now if I run it again, if it is able to enter the email, I will just see. So it is just going to find the element and okay, so you see like it is able to enter the email. If I go here and see if the correct email is there, yeah, it is showing me the correct email which I'm entering. The next thing which I want to do is I want to identify this message box. So in order to identify the message box, I will just go here and I think I can use this name here. Now it should be unique element. If it is not unique, I will just change it later. So as of now I will just go here and I will try writing some variable to store the identifier. Maybe I can just use it as email message equal to driver dot find element by name, and that name will be email message. In this variable email message I will just write some message. I will write using send keys and I will write this is a test message. Now if I am running this test, let's see if the email test message is getting written in that text box or not. Okay, so now I can see that test message is there, so there is no space. I can add some space here. So once I have identified the element and I have done particular steps, now what I want to do, I want to tap on this send button. So in order to tap on send button, I will just inspect it. I can use id and I can use class also, but class, since there can be any other button which is using class at class level, there can be the element which is coming first in that class, it will pick up that. So that's why we are not going to use class, but we can also use value and we can create one xpath or maybe in order to identify the element. But here let's just use id and let's see if I'm able to tap on this send button or not. I will go here again. I will just store it in any variable and I will just write driver dot find element by id. Now in this I will just add the id of that element and now I want to click on this element. So in order to click I will just use it and I will just use this click method, and once I do this, what it will do, it will click on the button which I have identified, and let's see if it is working fine or not. I will just run it again. So you can see it is working. I have written and it has sent me the message, but now the session is still active, so I just want to close all the sessions which I have created. So in order to close the session I will just remove this and I will see if it is closing the browser or not. So you can see the test is working fine now, and whatever elements we were targeting to identify, we were able to identify, we were able to enter the text, and then we were able to send the message also. So probably I would have received the message on my personal account. And so this is how you can utilize the concept of finding the element, and then you can perform different actions depending. And it's better not to use static XPath if you are not able to find the element using any of these ID, name or class. Then try to use dynamic XPath, because that are bit good, and it won't cause your test case to fail a lot. Hope you liked my video. To subscribe to my channel. Thank you.